Welcome to Danklord vs. Games. My name is Kevin, and today I'll be reviewing Little Nightmares. Without any further ado, let's get into it. Little Nightmares is a horror puzzle platformer that apparently sets you off in a location called the Maw with little to no clues of what's going on. I'm saying apparently because to my knowledge, the game doesn't even tell you anything about the Maw or the fact that you're playing as a 9-year-old girl named Six. At first, the stress was overshadowed by my curiosity to find out more about what was going on, but as soon as I realized that there was little story to be found, stress was definitely the most prominent emotion. Some might find it enjoyable, but I had no time to find all the scattered pieces of story hidden in the environment, and I think everyone enjoys a little bit of story every now and then, instead of having to constantly hold down the sprint button. Honestly, I would probably prefer having someone else go through the stress and have me be the one watching instead, and that made me think, maybe that's how the game was designed. To provoke reactions for the Let's Players, the same way they devoured every last bit of Amnesia or Outlast. I have seen a lot of movies that are supposed to be scary, and something that most of these things have in common is the fact that I usually end up on Google, desperate trying to figure out what I just watched. This was unfortunately no exception, and I naturally started drawing price comparisons between going to a movie theater and buying the game. You won't get much more than 2, tops 4 hours out of it, something that I appreciated and you might find distasteful. I only wish that they had showed me more of the actual story during that period. So, what do I think the game was about then? Without overanalyzing like I'd usually do, I'm going to settle for this one sentence. It's just a nightmare. And that's all there is to it. Like a bad dream, you don't always have the luxury of knowing exactly what had happened or what the dream was about. It simply is what it is, and it realistically gives the developers creative freedom to come up with the most bizarre looking things you'll ever come across in a while, and I guess that's always something, right? You might ask why I haven't even mentioned the puzzles or the platforming aspects of Little Nightmare, and it's mostly because they're at an extremely basic level. I mean, it pretty much accomplishes the same things Limbo does, but at a more detailed visual level, and I think that's kind of a boring conclusion to come to. Unless you're dying for these types of games, I'd probably hold off. I mean, it was fun for the duration that I was playing, but I'm probably not going to go back to it. As always, thank you for watching. My name is Kevin, and have a great night.